All right, defiant U.S. sheriffs in at least 4 states taking a page from liberals on immigration, pushing gun sanctuaries in response to strict new state gun laws and refusing to enforce them. Sheriff Tony Mace is president of the New Mexico's Sheriff's Association. He joins us right now from Reno. Sheriff, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing okay. So there are 4 gun sanctuary states out there, Washington in the west, Oregon, New Mexico, and Illinois, as you can see right there to the east of the Mississippi River. Why is it you feel you are obligated to say to the state legislature, you've passed some rules, but I cannot enforce them?
Well, you know, we swore, as sheriffs, we swore an oath to defend and support the Constitution and protect our citizens. And, you know, we want to protect their Second Amendment rights. We want to preserve those rights within our respected communities across the state. And with some of these pieces of legislation, we've not just in violation of the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, and the Fifth Amendment. And we figured, you know, there's these sanctuary status or preservation status will help us protect our constituents' individual rights within our communities.
I understand you feel that, for instance, the background check law would impose regulations on hunting or competitive shooters every time they share guns, right?
That is correct.
What else?
So that particular piece of legislation, the universal background check, will impact our shooting sports, our youth shooting sports. It'll impact the concealed carry classes that instructors teach across the state, because a transfer is a transfer, and in New Mexico we don't have the mechanism in place to be able to follow those background checks. Even if they're purchased from a federal firearms licensed dealer under the 1984 Firearms Protection Act, that paperwork's destroyed after 30 days. So as a state law enforcement, we don't have any way to track that, track those transfers.
So you're not going to be devoting resources to do that because you feel it's unjust. What's the reaction been so far to the fact that you are a Second Amendment sanctuary?
You know, I've had overwhelming support from my citizens within my county. We've had overwhelming support from the majority of the citizens across the state of New Mexico. I've had sheriffs from Nevada reach out and speak with us, and we're just hoping that you know, we can help keep this momentum going.
Your governor out in New Mexico this past week said that this is hyperbole, falsehoods, and fear-mongering. What do you say about that?
You know, that's absolutely false. We are sheriffs, duly elected by the people in our respected communities, and we're trying to carry the voice of those people to Santa Fe. Not only that, you know, between our organization, we have hundreds of years of law enforcement experience. We're the Office of the Sheriff. We're the one that's going to be responsible for a lot of these pieces of legislation should they be enacted law. And, you know, before it becomes law, we should be brought to the table and look at these pieces of legislation, see what's going to work, see what's not going to work, see what's going to actually impact the criminal element within New Mexico, not necessarily the law-abiding citizens. All right, because they're not the problem.
Well, Sheriff, thank you very much for coming on today to tell us what you're up to out in New Mexico. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.